suddenly way less daunting. Yes, you still got that drive to win, but it's not a drive that it's do or die here for the final spot. So today means a lot. Nocturnal, if they win this, there is a chance they still qualify. And it's not usually that we have teams in week 6 that are still able to have a convincing route into the finals. Usually there's some convoluted way, you know, if somebody wins 2 maps, but if they go a 3rd map, then they can't. No. This is a real chance for Nocturnal, and this means that both of these teams are going to have to step up.
Yuli's up into Brown Halls already for BB, gonna loop around into Pop Dog. Not gonna spot the T players, but just gonna go into a little bit of a hiding spot here. Nocturnal, they are wise to be slow here, not making much noise. Tori gonna be the one to take the curve first, and BB's gonna take the blood. Guns are just blazing here now for FlyQuest. They're taking this really slow and smart. Oh,
okay.
The Julies.
The Bibi and Julies are lethal. They're a thing of legend, but so is Mads, the Queen of North America. A whole support system rallied behind her. Experience from some of the best orgs that North America has had fielding ESL Impact teams. And I mean, kicking it off strong, but 3 versus 3 here. They do have to start making a little bit of a move over towards a site, and they're quietly heading back on down towards A, but there are watchful eyes waiting. Marie is going to be taken down, caught unaware, caught slacking, and that is a pathway carved. Emmy tucked on in silent, stealthy. Vanessa's come on over, but Emmy is being taken down, and now it's all on Vanessa. Little late to the party, but now she needs to carry it all. Bomb's gonna go down, has to. She's not gonna be able to run this down, but she can try and isolate these fights, needs to reload. Ducks behind, but they know exactly where she is. They are just gonna try dogpile. The crossfire established, isolates the fight though, and it's still messy. Violet needs to keep on going. You don't really want to give her this fight cleanly, and it's so down to the wire, but Violet, we sung her praises. The IGL leading by example.
All right. Very good start here for Nocturnal and that pistol, taking it down to the wire, 1v1. At least a little bit of money in the CT's pockets from the kills, but not enough to force into this. Just a couple of upgraded pistols, and Nocturnal on a little bit of an eco farm with all these Mac 10s.
Eager to get the orb online quickly, I would imagine. Tori silently hoping someone is going to peek her, knowing that the buy is probably not amazing, expecting maybe safety in numbers, but actually pretty even spread, all things considered here. Goose Breeder going to be pushing Pop
Here's the
Dog.
Goose P250.
The Goose P250, but what's it going to do against a Mac 10 close range? It's getting into lethal territory, and there it is, shoulder spotted, taken down. Now that A site's looking shaky. Bibian just has to fall back here, doesn't want to get caught solo.
FlyQuest looking like they're going to wrap around Ivy. Try and find some exits here, not even going for it. Maybe Emmy getting a little bit close. Bomb going to get planted, gave them a little bit more time, but I think they're just going to try and group up in numbers and see if they can pick up a weapon. No, they're still going in. Safety in numbers.
Pick up.
Yeah, safety is here. That smoke's going to fade pretty soon, but not enough time to really get a defuse in. Just trying to get the guns out of the hands.
It's the issue, no money, no kit, and that smoke has bought so much time. Gadfly close range. It's a lovely swing, but it's a swing and a miss. Marie gets the first. Tori has found one. Vanessa fights a little bit back, has picked up a weapon, but here, there's not even any getting out of this. Even if you live, you can't get anywhere safe with that amount of time left over. But it is Lunari to put the final bullet in the body. 2-0, pretty clean, all things as they should be given the buy they're up against. But now it gets a little bit interesting because there's still a lot of these weapons left on over for this bonus round.
Here they could really disrupt the FlyQuest economy. It's been a while since we've seen FlyQuest even play on Train, if I remember correctly, on ESL Impact, but Ooh, early utility gonna be knocking Nocturnal down so low. Goose Peter is up close and personal, finding an opening. Does she know how close she is to Gadfly, though, as she's able to take down her teammate? Gadfly with a double. Lunari finding one as well. Now just Marie and Vanessa. They have to get some work done just to make this site safe, and it's so hard to do against a couple MAC-10s from Mads.
Yep, and Vanessa, all the back away. You have to. Mads round that corner is a scary prospect. And yes, she doesn't have the x-ray that we do, but Vanessa, she's got the chills on the back of her arms, down her spine, knowing someone might be lurking, and definitely a good call to try and save. Now, there's a lot of money on a couple of these players. They could choose to go hunting should they so desire, but it seems pretty peaceful for now. Gonna let the bomb timer tick down a little bit, and whilst we're here, I can drop a little bit of fun Nocturnal lore.
Ooh, yes, please.
So it's during the open qualifiers. I mentioned they were playing under the name Girl Kissers. They were incredible, by the way. They stormed through open qualifier 1 like nobody's business. Ooh. Vanessa with one. Everyone else I think is too far away. I say that, they're running towards her. But I asked, we got to do a little post-game interview with Gadfly after one of their games. I say one of their games. They qualified in like 3 games. It was quick. They were efficient with the qualifiers. But really, really odd one is the Brennan Lee Mulligan, the comedic voice, the dramatic, the theatre of the team is Gadfly. She's going to be bringing a lot of that energy, which feels weird to say given that you're on a team with Mads, who is notoriously,
hilarious.
She's the mitochondria, the powerhouse of the team, right? But this team is a group of people who have a lot of energy, and we talked about having a lot of voices, and that can make them quite a dangerous team, especially if you get that momentum. They can very quickly just spiral and keep it going. You know, they are on top of the world when they're winning.
See how they're able to play this one. Bottom round, a hero rifle for Vanessa. FlyQuest just trying to look for a leg here in this map so far. And Nocturnal, I really like how they've been playing just these last couple of rounds. They've been very wary of eco pushes from FlyQuest, taking their time, waiting for an overextension. And there's an overextension here. Emmy looking a little frisky here up towards upper. Mads with a nice double entry onto this ace side. Goose Feeder in an up elevated position, able to knock a little bit of damage, but not get a kill quite yet. Just had to hold the trigger a little bit longer on that 5-7. Mads taking out that double kill. Not going to be for nothing. Violet going to get a trade here on Vanessa. And Gadfly, lots of low players in her eyes. Sightline. Got to Emmy here, low health on the back of the site. This is perfectly done here from Nocturnal. It's a little unfortunate how we're seeing FlyQuest here because they are not playing how they usually do. I feel like they're playing very serious. We saw a little bit of aggression when we had that one rifle round last round when she went through T-Con and got that opener, but it's been not very FlyQuest-y.
No, not particularly FlyQuest-y. But Emmy's on the AWP now, so an opportunity for all of that to turn around. Her AWP, not always the centerpiece of the rounds, but just a consistent stability that they can always depend on in the background here. Bibian, a super aggressive take here, but they back away at just the wrong second. Gadfly might have spotted a back turned there at the end. She's going to be very wary. Goose actually going to stay here, post up, hold this space and the line. Now, it's going to be a little bit of a distraction, but the rest of the team not pivoting anything off of this information. They know it could all just be a ruse. Smoke goes out, and that's going to cause some problems, but they are just going to filter into Vanessa. All attention turns. The Molotov is amazing, and it helps Marie find 2. Vanessa's got another. Make that 2 doubles all round, and just Gadfly left.
Perfect B-side hold there from FlyQuest. Yeah, just like you were saying, didn't really need the Emmy op, but having it in contention, having those shots fire give a little bit of, ooh, maybe I shouldn't go over there. Maybe I should think about that before I walk into that.
I mean, I'd be having second thoughts. The Molotovs, you gotta respect them as well. FlyQuest, they put the Molotov down more so for your own safety, you know, just cautionary tape. Do not come here. We're holding this angle.
Oh, aggressive through T-Con. BB's beating it. I think they're behind her. Yeah, Tori able to get one onto Marie. Quickly traded out by BB. T-Con taken, but still a lot of players in there that they have to fight back against.
Okay, Gadfly has an opportunity here, but doesn't activate the right time, and both of her teammates are going to fall because of it. Now she peeks on out, and it's too little too late. The window of opportunity has closed, and now she is left by her lonesome. Bomb dropped in enemy territory. The moment she peeks it, Vanessa's watching, and even if she takes it down, the swing from Goose Breeder goes down, and the swing from Bibia, no person left behind. There is always another swing coming.
Now the economy reset here for Nocturnal. My cat's yelling. I don't know if you can hear my cat. Cat is
say hello to your cat.
At me.
The cats of ESL. We haven't talked very much about the pets of ESL Impact this season.
I know.
We haven't seen too many of them. They've been hiding.
Bailey hasn't been in Goose Breeder's camera recently.
Shame.
Big shame. Let me hold for this. Ooh.
Marie has the backup of the orb, but I'm still worried that there's too many people here. There's one. Emmy doesn't even want to peek that, and you can't blame her. Now waiting. Has to be so wary. Missed shot. It's not a missed shot. It's a tag through the wall. But there it is. The spam away. It doesn't even matter.
And like we're going in the right direction here for FlyQuest. Nocturnal finally back with 8Ks if they're able to dispel the aggression in T-Con. Saw a little bit from it Tori last gun round when they were able to get through the smoke. Just need to be able to beat it, get those first openings right here. And that hold here from Violet would have been great, but BB blinded, finding it. Tori an upper, at least able to get a trade. Emmy holding this with the op, though. Just as soon as you find something, it gets taken away by FlyQuest.
Punishing, indeed. And the sentiment echoes. You had a 4-round lead, and suddenly it looks like it could be tying up any second. Nari, having a little bit of a nosy, is going to have all the space in the world to work with, but this team's so scattered across the map, limited utility now, one more execute in them. The smoke's going to be fading for the side of FlyQuest, and they've only got one more to replenish with it, so they are going to have to rely a little bit more on the guns to hold down the space as opposed to this dual utility. Flash goes in for Goose Breeder to peek. Peeks on out. Doesn't clear Lunari, though.
Something that you have to do. Look at all the corners when you're flashing in. And so you have that little bit of information, kill or not. And Goose out of the round. Has to take the back seat here. Molly and BB on a very good angle here if she's not smoked out. Can you hear all the footsteps around? Emmy's going to help her out, and all down to Mads over an E-box, and Emmy holds it. Op is online. Nice 3K from her.
Stellar stuff. Suddenly online. Sometimes you just got to get 4 rounds, out of the way to get back into the game. And early days, Nocturnal as well. Would be a really nice one for them to pick up, not only because there's this match now. Funnily enough, they actually have a match versus Shimmer in a different tournament right after this. So it's going to be back-to-back officials for them. They played Shimmer, of course, I think it was last week. Might have been earlier in the tournament, but they've got a match later as well that it's going to be an afternoon of playing other ESL Impact teams for them. So a nice warm-up here would be good, and you're going against the best to warm up against, realistically. Timeout being called, I think here, necessary. They're on the ropes a little bit financially, which isn't as bad on that T side, but you've let 4 rounds slip away and you haven't really been able to find the same level of foothold. What's changed? What's different? How do you get back into this? Where are you finding some of these areas of weaknesses, and where can you potentially exploit again? And now you've got a pistol round, an eco round. You can limit test a little bit. You can push one of these extremities, see what's holding up there.
Weather is so dramatic here on Train. Dooley's
Ooh, I
gonna
love
take
this
on.
angle.
This is really good from BB. How many times do you look up in CS? You're going to have to in train. You're going to have to hear if they flash out, but no utility close. Violet over in Tcon going to have to do the work for that. Smoke thrown. Oh, they can hear her over on the bomb train. Tori opening in. A little bit of damage done to Emmy, but the pistols are taking it so far. So close, she gets a headshot, and now Mad's the next one on her line. Has to switch to the sidearm. Violet over in Tcon. Just a little bit farther out. Makes a bit of a step, but there's 3 FlyQuest players looking at you. So much on the line. And oh, Vanessa's able to close it out. Another insane round here from Emmy.
We were saying that the AWP isn't necessarily the highlight, and I am proven sorely and honestly very happily wrong here. The combat AWPing is amazing. And she's not usually an AWP we talk about in the combat AWPing department, is she? When we talk about combat AWPing, we're looking a little bit more about forks. Maybe a little bit towards Olia mid-rounding, right? Emmy's not usually this shotgun-style play with this weapon, but my God, she's showing us that she still has it in the bag, that she's never to be underestimated. And the trade spacing, I think, is so important, is that no FlyQuest member is ever in a position that they are not getting traded.
Absolutely, which is so important, and which comes with, like, just knowing your teammates, knowing their pacing. Having this core together for FlyQuest for so long has really helped them. But Nocturnal, they've had their core together for a while as well. It's not as developed as needed here for FlyQuest. BB gonna be first line of defense here for Pop Dog. Not gonna mow them both down, but Tori getting the trade. Wary of another player over in Pop Dog.
Marie pushed further and further back, notches in the climbing wall, and she's gonna get one. Flash to go on over, just to deter, not to peek. She's going to call over some reinforcements here. Have to be careful not to concede too much space elsewhere, because you haven't got proof that everyone is here. Just got a little bit of a suspicion there's a bit of firepower coming your way. Flash to go over. It's going to allow to push towards this site, but Marie still holding the line. Violet holding back.
Speeder helping her out. Ooh, saw a little bit of a shoulder. I think they had to have seen the bomb in Ivy, which is why they're all still convening over here. Smoke is actually going to help them a lot. This nade, oh, just the wrong timing. Tori's able to find one onto the site on Emmy, and FlyQuest, they're almost locked out of here. Goospeeder has something to say about it. Lunari right around the corner was going to plant. Has to go into a little bit of a safer position. Marie on a flank. Able to clear it up. They all can join onto the site the exact right time. These retakes are so clean from FlyQuest.
Yeah, I think something that's really important here as well is that HE that Marie throws to allow her to see is monumental. Because it means that she can come over, that they've already passed, that they are already on site. Which means that FlyQuest don't really pull back. They don't have these if, buts, and maybes. They know that they're on site. And they don't want to give up that space to have to retake it. They want to stay just on the edge, just on the cusp of those Molotovs to fight for it. And it stops that bomb going down. It delays it heavily. It means that the retake can come in instantaneously. And it's all off the back of the fact that they know where they are because of that small little amount of information that Marie has found.
Ooh, uppers rush. Vanessa smoke down. Oh, two headshots and a third. Blinded. Gadfly trying to stop it. A little bit labored with that Tech 9, but Marie's going to shut it down as soon as it starts. Violet's just thinking, all right, where did my team go?
They peeked one by one out of the smoke, which is like our number one rule, isn't it, Apples? Don't peek one by one out the smoke. I think we said this last week, didn't we?
Yeah.
Don't do it.
We've said that multiple times. Peeked one, but there's only one to peek here. Violet gets a trade, picks up an AK for herself. No bomb, though.
Maybe I think you just save this.
Yeah, at least try to slip away.
Like,
FlyQuest, they're not going to go hunting. At least not at this point. I mean, they have the money to.
I was going to say, the money's an interesting one here, is that Violet, there's no point even trying to go for economical damage because you are not going to make even a drop in the bucket with this few amount of rounds left in the half. There's no point in risking. I say that.
She just did there.
And she's got an AWP now. She's comfortable with it.
Maybe Marie going into a little bit of a hiding spot here. A nice molly dropped in. They're not really giving her anything to work with. 20 seconds left on the clock. Able to see BB the shots not connecting where they need to. Washing the wrong angles, going around the side, finding Marie. 12 seconds left. This could be insane for Nocturnal if she finds this last kill on a BB just right around and she no-scopes it. 4K from Violet just to clutch up that round.
That was immense. The fact that it's like, oh, you should probably save, you shouldn't go for this. And then we see her pick up the AWP and we're like, we know she's pretty good with it, right? It's the fact that they allow this and there's so few seconds left on the clock as well is, oh, you're going to be hurting if you're FlyQuest. I'm surprised there's not a timeout called. Maybe from FlyQuest to talk about what went wrong, or genuinely for Nocturnal just to push the point home. After a clutch like that, it must be adrenaline pumping, but no, they are straight back into it. We talked about it, a momentum-heavy team. They don't want to let that slip for anybody, but Goose Breeder says no. Last round, it was a fluke. It was a faux pas. It was a blunder. Never again. Emmy, Mr. Off her own is just going to duck back into the smoke. Stay safe. Safety in numbers has been our motto for today, and there's safety on the site.
Someone needs to rotate over to B. They're all crawling around A site here for FlyQuest. There's 3 in upper with the bomb, and Violet's looking hungry. Vanessa's in a very protected spot that she can wait for a rotate. If they catch her before they do. Ooh. Lurk smoke out. All right, Goose Beater's coming on over to help. A little bit of a molly damage. It's not slow them down. It does slow Nocturnal down just a little bit. Not entering in quite yet. Violet looking for something just around the smoke's edge. Spots his BB on just through the smoke. That is tilting.
She's so good. She's just so good. And the fact that they've got so many more options. The issue is they've kind of conceded all their map control. They put all of their eggs in one B-shaped basket, right? They haven't really had sort of a backstop left over towards A in case they need to pivot. And it's given FlyQuest the time just to post up on this site, lock it down. Marie gets the first. There is a trade comes on through from Tori, but the issue is so many more people to work on out. Goose Breeder goes down as well. We praised them for the trade spacing, and it all falls apart. Missed shot from Emmy, switches over to the sidearm. What's it gonna do? 3 people peek out. She knows all of their locations. What does that even matter? It's gonna be a 6-6 half for Nocturnal to close out the first half of this series.
2 a.m. in the morning, and your anxiety's calling. You lay in your bed, but it feels like you're falling. Do you recognize that feeling? The demons under your ceiling, when everything hurts and nothing is healing. Yeah, I don't even wanna be awake, cause every second that I live is like a wasting. Can you help me start a replace all the memories that stand in my ways? You know what I really hate the most is that happens to me is like a ghost. It's so far away, I only wanna be okay. Tell me, why should I stay away? If only dreaming can erase the pain. Tell me, why should I waste another minute staying in this critical phase? I'm just praying for some better days. I'm just praying for some better days. I'm just praying for some better days. Some better days. Some better days. I'm just praying for some better days. It's too late in the evening. Should probably get some more sleep, but I just can't seem to set my mind at ease. I can find an escape. There are many doors I would take, but I can't make one of them become a way. So I'm drowning myself in the media, cause I don't wanna face what I'm feeling yet. I am scared of fighting this alone. I've tried to turn on the light, but my demons know how to hide. Lately there is just no end in sight. Tell me, why should I stay away? If only dreaming can erase the pain. Tell me, why should I waste another minute staying in this critical phase? I'm just praying for some better days.
stop. We own it, we're winning every time. We own it, pushing every day and night. We own it, we don't do compromise. Yeah, yeah, we touch down every time. Every time. We touch down every time. This is our time, hit it up with the rebound. This is our turn.
Can you feel the excitement in the server? It has been a stellar series. It has been standout, and it looks to continue that way. Marie straight into the pistol round will be punished instantly, though. Vivian, though, it's so quick. It's so hot on the trigger. FlyQuest, they do just pull ahead. They've already got the bomb down, though. What are you going to do to get back into this Nocturnal? Mad's desperately trying to spam away, but everyone just tucked in slightly too much. Prowling into the lion's den here, but no one wants to show their face. No one wants to give her the fight to get back into this. A shoulder spotted, but Emmy, patience is a virtue, and she has it in abundance. Ooh. Lunari gets one. It's a lovely tap, but what more can you find? 1 versus 3. She's got a second. She might have a third here. She's isolated the fight with Gooseberry, but there it is. Emmy round the corner, finds it, and gets them a pistol round to be the difference maker.
There we go. FlyQuest finally taking the lead back from Nocturnal, taking a pistol here in this map. A little bit of eco weapons over on FlyQuest, and we have an MP5. What are your feelings of
No, everyone asks me this, and then everyone gets annoyed at my opinion. I hate the MP5.
No, I hate it too. That's not my favorite.
That is no shade to Marie. That is the shade to the gun.
We love Marie. We love Marie. Shade to the MP5.
Shade to the MP5. Ooh. And it's not yet found a kill,
okay,
but Violet and Tori, they found kills with the USP instead.
Safety in numbers here. And then, okay, Mac10's doing a lot of money farming here. Violet, there's 2 very low players. She picks one up for herself. They're crawling around.
They're low HP,
can't give her the 1v1s.
So low.
Oh, but Emmy's behind.
She's not even going to suspect Emmy.
Slowly walking around, and she's going to get caught. Yep.
Oh, that got exciting for a second. If Emmy doesn't have that amazing flank, right, then that gets really worrying. Max 10 with almost full HP versus 3 very low HP players. With what we've seen today, absolutely a possibility on the cards 10 times out of 10. But Emmy has this lovely flank, activates at the perfect time. And the issue is, it's a long open straight of land, right? There's no cover at all. There was no chance that she was going to be able to duck in there. She's got her back turned, so sure that they're playing together. So maybe a little bit of a misread there, but alas, not meant to be. Burning alive, Mads has to back away. Goose is going to be flashed around the corner. Maybe a little bit of a superfluous flash there, but she has a little look. She doesn't spot anything, and actually they decide not to pursue this over to B. They head, but they have got a little bit of presence. Marie waiting around just to cause a little bit of mayhem later in the round, perhaps.
Mayhem she could find. Util thrown out to this B site. Tori gonna be the one line of defense over at back oil, just kind of holding, wanting to save her weaponry, but very quickly gets traded out. It's gonna be a hard one for Nocturnal to walk back in. Lunari's gonna be the first one to find a little bit, but the AK from BB. Okay, this feels like early BB that we're seeing here tonight. Has a couple more things that she needs to shoot here to be able to secure this, and Gadfly's already on the flank. MP9, laborious spray. BB, a nice 2K. She's on for the ace. Mad's just right around the corner. Her old teammate's able to take it down. It's a little bit of high ground, and Marie is just tucking and waiting, knowing that one bullet can take it. There we go. She has the kit. This is a Nocturnal win.
You gotta feel for BB there.
Yeah.
You know, absolutely immaculate. You're saying it's looking like prime at BB. And we say that is she's always an incredible player. Always, 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 right? But it has felt this season as if the unit of FlyQuest has slowed down. And subsequently, when the team isn't able to set up the situations for her to be at her prime, does mean that we don't get to see quite the same level of sheer dominance coming on out. But
Absolutely.
we still see moments where we're like, oh, she's the best. She's just the best. You know, she's not been put in the clutch as many times, although she's been coming in clutch a lot. And the fact that Mads denies the ace, and that's the catalyst for everything else tumbling down, you got to ask, what more could BBN have done?
Gotten that 5th kill.
True. Actually, you know what? That would have solved the problem of the round there. But I mean, low HP after so many engagements.
Can't do everything on the team as much as you could want. And FlyQuest, like you said, has always been more of a unit now in this season than having their star players have to work it out. Gadfly flashed out of her angle, and they are so quickly on this site. Goosebeater able to find one. Mads with this picked up AK only to find one herself. This A-site's crawling with T players, and Tori's trying to take care of a lot of it. Finds one, 3v3, but the health is on the side of Nocturnal for now.
It feels very much like a pace issue, is that the pace is so good, but then they slow down and don't really know what to do with themselves after they get onto this site. And again, it kind of falls stagnant for a second. 3 versus 3, health bars are low. Tori peaks, and unfortunately, her hubris will be a downfall. She's not going to win out that duel. Emmy with the Tech 9. Actually, Lunari's not even going to be suspecting the possibility. Violet gets a pick, but that's the only thing they'll find. And there's another round on the board, an immediate bite back, and it doesn't even require the whole team to be on weapons.
Yeah, like you said about the pacing, it was really just trying to pause and wait, because I think Marie had a timing there over an Ivy just to walk around and take down Violet. I think they were able to pick the off back up from that, not having to pay for that will be really good for their economy. Free op.
Orbs for sale. Buy one, get one free.
Sale.
Oh, lovely nade onto Goose there.
Very numbly made.
flash
Nice
is-
flash. Oh, okay, flash does nothing, maybe. Well, it does something, but not as much as you'd want. There we go. USP starting to act violent here for Violet.
It's funny you say that, actually, is a couple of the North American ESL Impact community casters have dubbed her violent because she just has some amazing picks, right?
Oh, yeah.
Violent Violet is something I have heard on more than one occasion. And I stand by it. It absolutely rings true. And yes, there's a little bit of a round deficit, a chasm starting to form here, but gun round here, they have the opportunity. They've been really trying to get ahead of FlyQuest's pace, and the issue is they've just not been able to keep up the same tempo, but Violet's got an opening pick, and that is going to stall FlyQuest getting onto this site.
That's a huge pick, too. I mean, not being able to get aggressive through a smoke, and BB just kind of waiting for a little bit more. Gadfly getting very close, splash in, and she does not find it. Gadfly will take that. The rest of FlyQuest kind of just poking and prodding up towards the B halls. A molly down from Marie. Tori able to spot them. We're towards the stairs. A molly out back. And they're burning. Violet. That's a tongue twister. Goosebeater able to shut it down for now, and Marie's gonna at least walk her way towards her with the bomb. These flashes are so blinding.
They are, and Goose is stuck there. There's nowhere for her to escape to. There's no way forward, no way out, no way back, and... Ooh, Marie takes a chunk of damage to the face, but she's still alive. Are they expecting her to push the smoke? I think so. Mads is holding for it. Actually, they look away at just the wrong second, but there's enough people here to counteract. And I mean, when your back's against the wall, desperate times call for desperate measures, but not exactly the play that's going to be winning you the round. On the flip side, talking of winning the rounds, 13 rounds won for Ghost Gaming as they take the first... as they take the first map of the series, versus Legacy Lotus.
I think that's the second map, actually. They're going to
Is
a
it the
third
second
one.
map? Sorry.
Yeah.
I forgot because we started quite late on this one. North America, I was thinking, Lotus taking a map off of Ghost was not on my bingo card.
I don't think that was on Goosefeeder's bingo card. Getting up close and personal, shutting down Violet after she's able to do a little bit of work. Oh my gosh, these trades are insane from both sides. Marie may have found a timing through the smoke, but Mads is very well protected. They're going to be right next to each other. Marie's able to find it, knows where the last player is because of Emmy's recent death. Just has to take her time and wait for them to peek out. Ooh, there she goes. Able to find it. 11 found here for FlyQuest.
Can we appreciate that somebody on the team has given the C4 a name tag that says, "That thing goes boom"?
Mine's called
I don't know if you'd
Zombie.
spot it. It had a little tag on it.
I love
a very intense reaction there from Marie as well. Seemed very fired up at winning that clutch. And I mean, it was a lovely adjustment.
It's looking... It's good for FlyQuest here, but it's very laborious. It does not feel easy at all. Nocturnal's giving them not much to work against in terms of easy kills here. They're going to be forcing into it as well, not wanting them to get that 12th round and get nervous here. They lose this pick of Train. It could mean a 2-0 for FlyQuest, depending on how Mirage goes.
Could be indeed. It's a very scrappy buy here. But I mean, there's still Mac 10s on the side of FlyQuest. Red, as you said, it's been laborious. Lovely HE is going to slow down the pace very much.
Flashes.
The flashes are intense, but what's even more intense is the map control they've taken. They've already taken over T-Spawn. Now they've got all of the options in the world, but the issue is when they're all in T-Spawn, nobody's on the actual sites they're meant to be defending. They go 1 for 1 in the picks. Vanessa able to just get back onto site. Has to be careful, knows that they really could be anywhere. They could have wrapped this whole map.
Not too safe of a plant. Nocturnal just around the corner. Just going to have to batten down the hatches here. Vanessa going to be the first one to sight. Lunari very slowly peeking up. Could be able to see a leg or something. Oh, Marie's able to spot her first. A nice flash out. Laborious spray. Gadfly is able to get a trade, and so is Mads. All down to Emmy. Low health on both of these players, but with the Galil, the fire rate has to be on your side, and Gadfly's just going to save it. Oh no, actually she's still in contention. Just gonna try and run around. She gets the kill, not the round win, and I think possibly dies to the bomb? No.
Should be okay.
Yeah. Both found.
12-8. Okay, right. One more round needed. There will be a buy from Nocturnal, but again, we talked a little bit about how their playstyle, it can, despite a level of structure that I think needs to be given credit for, because of course this was the core of Nouns, so they have got that history together. They feel quite puggy as a team at times. And I think that they like to force and force and force because they know that that kind of works with their playstyle a little bit better. And they're a team that they fall into, they have victories from the jaws of defeat fall into their lap quite a bit. Ooh, opening jewel, it's messy. Tori, why? The confidence to repeat. The immediate spin around Mads, she's not alone. Gadfly will fall into the grave with her. Tori limping away from that repeat. 3 versus 5.
I get what they're trying to do here from Nocturnal when FlyQuest is trying to take some map control, trying to pinch them somewhere else, make them have to split their eyes in 2 different locations. But so far, FlyQuest have proved they're here. 12 health, though. Tori does get taken. Goosebreeder, a nice, clean trade there. The health was equal, but still, it's a 4v2. And Nocturnal have a lot to do. Lots of utility, though. Violet's going to be the one watching this plant. Spots the head of Bibion. Narrowly misses that. Able to silently make her way up. Marie's holding this angle, though. That headshot's going to be so clean. And it's all down to Lunari here in a 1v4. Oh.
Ooh, toes spotted.
I see your toes.
Way
I see your
but
feet.
the issue is, even with a kit, there's so much to do, and it's just not going to happen. 13-8. whole range of emotions there. The job isn't done yet. They're a very there's still more to do team. Getting ready for the next map, and it was, as you said, it was laborious. It was a lot more of a fight than maybe a lot of people expected. But we also said this is kind of a punish pick map here. No, it couldn't. And Mirage is a map. It's the FlyQuest map. We talk about it all the time, don't we? Is if you said, think of FlyQuest, think of a map. It's Mirage. It's always going to be Mirage. It's always been a Mirage. Yep. And the AWPs are looking fire, and FlyQuest are looking clean. There were moments in there that looked a little bit like it was slipping, but overall, nothing at all to complain about. And they've had some good results on Mirage recently. They've beaten teams, advanced teams, ECL teams in external tournaments on this map. So they've been putting in the reps. It's been looking good. And it all kicks off on this pistol. They are crawling over towards that B side. Vittori's good for one, can back away as well, gets the reload in. Vanessa's desperately trying to chase up this kill. The flash is amazing. Still takes a while to take down Tori, and here it is. Everyone else comes flooding through. Marie decides to take down Vanessa, but she's taken down 2 of her opponents as well. So all sins washed clean. Now 3 versus 2. Gadfly, Lunari smoked off. This is going to be so difficult to try work their way back into, but the plus side is the element of surprise.
Basically PEMDAS.
True.
Get 2 kills here. Emmy, looked a little sharp there, but the USP back on Marie. She's able to close it out and help with a BB. And we got a little celebration there in the camera. I love that. But you were saying, this is a FlyQuest map, but this is also a Goose Breeder map. When Cowday was IGLing, not last season, but the season before they picked up Marie, Goose Breeder was still IGLing this map. Cowday did not feel comfortable enough to do it on Mirage, and Goose Breeder has so much experience with this core. This is in her DNA as well as it is FlyQuest. But we have 4 underneath Palace here for Nocturnal. We'll have to see how this works out with the flash from Violet. Because it looks like FlyQuest is going to be taking this site if they can.
Yeah, it's going to be an all-out bloodbath. Goose Breeder jumps on down. There's an HE kill, and it floods yellow in the kill feed. There's not even too much to break down there because you blink, you miss it. It's already done. Yes, it's just against pistols, but it's the fact they're keeping it so clean that all of these executes are so tight, even when they know the stakes that they're going up against are low, is a sign of a really good, well-oiled team.
Absolutely. You know, it's really the test of time here with Nocturnal's bye. Bonus round for FlyQuest if they lose this. They still have a lot of money in the bank, and it looks like a couple of them exploring over towards apartments. The bomb is going to be met up with them, and not really going to be met with too much, as Nocturnal's going to be doing a lot of work over on Catwalk, trying to get mid control, but not really controlling it from anyone. Tori throws out a molly. He's able to get a consolation prize before she is traded out from Marie. Mads locked out of the sight over on Cat. Molly out, trying to deny it, but the plant does go through. And Nocturnal had the time to rotate in. 4v4 retake.
Mads dancing with it. Can't drop down now. Danger lurks below, but Molotov goes out. They've not spotted anything mid. They've not been gifted any way to give themselves an advantage, so they know everyone must be on this side. They've got to be careful because Goose Breeder's got a little bit of a late Palace lurk going on here, but the issue is it's going to activate in time. Vanessa finds the first. It's not even going to be needed here. Footstep third, time's running low. Mads desperately trying to find something. Spins around, trying to figure out where she's dying to, but alas, a third round and saved by the bell as we head into the next round.
Look at that economy, too, from FlyQuest. Vanessa sitting with 6K already in round number 4. Not dying here is looking really good for FlyQuest, and that op's going to be able to get bought by Goose Breeder, thrown on over to Emmy. So we're going to have to see how this fares. He sided against a scout of Gadfly in mid. This could get crazy. Could get a little silly. Not quite yet.
It's soon though. I can feel it coming. Emmy, spots the first. She has a little bit of backup. I remember a couple of seasons ago, they used to just send her various extremities on the map solo with the orb, especially apartments, and just let her go crazy. Now has a bit of backup. Amazing volley, actually, because Mads dies to it. And there's a wall bang as well. Gadfly doesn't quite have the orb, has the budget version. Tries to line up the shot. It's amazing and through the wall, but needs to find a little bit more because that site's already been locked on out. Flash there. Actually not going to be able to peek off the back of it. Lunari holding the line, but no one's taking the space. No one dares risk it. Violet's got a lovely opportunity here to punish, but she needs to be quick about it.
BB already leaving apartments here. They're going to have their eyes back, watching for a lurk, for a flank. Ooh, and a Violet picking up the op. Oh, that would have been so great. BB's just able to find that headshot right in time, and they're still sticking around here, trying to see if they can keep FlyQuest, maybe damage their economy just a little bit more. Just like that. The AKs are winning it, and Marie on a fire so far, 9-1.
9-1 in 4 rounds is pretty good going. It's going to be an interesting one to see. We have Violet now on the full-scale orb. Gadfly is a little bit of a lovely showing there, but yeah, unfortunate situation. Weaponry wasn't amazing. FlyQuest finds the site, and they take a while to actually plant the bomb, but they've got an ironclad grip on it. And that's the thing we talked about, is that the retakes were looking a little bit messy on train, so trying to just deny the plant altogether would be great. Emmy's burst on out with the first Goose Breeder, and caught in the cookie jar goes down, but Emmy's there to trade. Mads blows open the smoke, is not going to be given a line of sight or a fight to pick them. More smokes come on out. This whole site is just smoke and mirrors, and actually they've decided not to plant the bomb. They want to take space beyond the site first, give themselves a buffer, but the issue is they've given away the player advantage.
Still all right here for FlyQuest. Just going to have to at least take care of Mads if they want to have to only have a 2-prong attack. She's able to find one a second. The spray down for the third, but Tori's going to actually take it. Just like we're trading maps here. Map scores 4 in a row, and Nocturnal finds their first. Keeping the op in play, in contention for themselves. That was perfect for Mads, just holding and waiting in con. Swinging out the right exact time when FlyQuest was looking the other way. I guess that flash didn't do too much there for Violet as well.
Yeah, it's just pretty clinical. It looks nice, it looks good, it looks flashy. Now, into the round we head. Looks like Emmy is going to be not leading the charge with the AWP, but aerial support from behind. There's the first. It's going to give Marie the room to work, push on forward. Wary that there might be another there. Tori hiding. Utility goes out, so they know there's at least somebody down there. Going to try flush out, do some damage with the nade. Goose Breeder holding on to mid. Gadfly caught, pushing very aggressively, and I'm not sure what the idea was there, because their teammates, they have taken some space, maybe trying to wrap around, but the issue is, got to be careful. They're not expecting the peak, but now they're aware. Emmy can reposition post up. Goose Breeder has all of mid to work with, cuts off anybody from the B side trying to rotate over. Mads close quarters. Emmy puts the gun away. She lines up to Vivian to trade, but now just leaves the AWP by its lonesome to try work something out of this round. And with the smoke going on out, it's going to cut off her chance to really do too much damage.
Oh, Goose Breeder's there. East over and Khan going to be able to hold that back, but Tori's just going to try and save this op for the time being. Interesting from Nocturnal, because they did give mid away in trying to push into a ramp. Mads did a lot of work, just not able to get that final trade to keep the numbers up in their advantage. She is going for this. Goose Breeder is going for this. Is she going to be able to see the op down first? Oh, through the wall. Double op.
Love.
JK. JK. She dropped it. Right time.
I was going to say, double AWP is not exactly FlyQuest's speciality. I mean, back when Cowarday was on the team, you could have swindled it. Although Cowarday, I don't believe AWPing anymore, actually. So You know,
Yeah,
we
actually.
talk of bygone eras. We talk to the MEIGL era. I want to go back to the Bibian clutch era. Like, she's still a very clutch player, don't get me wrong. But I think it was season 5, I want to say. And I think she had a 96 or something % win rate in 1v1 clutches.
Yes,
She
I
was
remember that. I remember
Off
that
the
storyline.
charts. I remember the
Talking
storyline
about
as well.
that.
Because it was something
Shout
like
out
that she
Newt.
hadn't lost a 1v1 in the first 4 or 5 weeks or something. And yeah, shout out Newt. Newt's, I don't know if you saw, Newt put a tweet with his database. If you are ever looking for stats on the women's team, go check out Newt's Twitter. He put out the most comprehensive page of stats you will ever find. It is amazing.
Flash into ramp for Lunari. Lots of space for Nocturnal over on this A site. Once again, giving mid up. Just having Gadfly sitting back in window waiting for something else. And that Molly is going to come at a right time just to keep them kind of sanctioned over and under. Molly's going to be able to get traded up towards Con, but that smoke's going to actually clear it. That's wanting to fight over at Cat. That smoke's going to hold her out as well. You're going to disrespect this. BB's going to walk straight through this. Oh, she's waiting. Being flashed in, and Violet finds it just through an edge. Maria's gone through another smoke on another angle, finds another player, and Violet's not going to be able to get much more out of this round as the other op has taken her out. Now Marie here sat in window, waiting for the rotates coming through there. They're able to hold down everything on this A site, and it is, like you said a couple rounds ago, clinical here from FlyQuest.
Oh, the Marie wrap is so perfect. We talked about taking space beyond the site, giving you that layer of bubble wrap to protect that bomb plant. And it's just perfectly executed. We saw it fumble a little bit on the one round that they lost. They maybe over-aggressively and under-resourced pushed that CT to try take that space and got punished for it. This time, Marie, the patience rewarded. The flashes to try get them through the smokes, really well done. It's just very nicely played there from FlyQuest. They secure themselves a 6 on this T side. Mad's gonna hold on desperately to what little she has. It's a little bit of utility. It's a little bit of armor, but it's no head armor. I mean, when the AK headshots are being this crispy, there's no point even buying it, is there?
Just mechanically, they're so skilled here. And that's just been FlyQuest's signature. That, yeah, sometimes maybe they'll be losing rounds, losing things, but it's not because they're losing because of a spray difficulty, just a little bit of mistakes on the team side, on protocols, etc.
Yeah, I think it's something I've been saying about FlyQuest for a while. I'll yap about it for a second, because this round, it's
Ooh, yeah,
just
go
the
ahead.
Deagles to spot.
Yap about it.
That FlyQuest in previous seasons struggled a little bit against some of the really puggy teams, just because they're such a structured team. And I think the way that NA as a region was a couple of years ago, a couple of seasons ago even, was that it leaned very heavily towards a little bit of a messier playstyle. And FlyQuest's rigid structure sometimes had difficulty playing against just the pure anarchy. Now there's a lot more structure, and now they're a lot better at being dynamic against these dynamic styles. It looks really clean for them.
So clean from BB.
And it just goes to show about how much this region has developed over, the 8 seasons of ESL Impact. I think of all of the regions, NA is the one I'd say has developed the most if you look at where the top echelons of NA are.
Oh. A shot from Lunari. He's back away with that AK. Her and Mads. Rifle brought in from the last save. Just going to try and save this again. 50 health, though. Marie is looking for it. Does not want to keep them with anything that could help them in their next round.
Nope, pretty clean round. Good to keep so many alive for FlyQuest Red. Talking of external context as well, I believe that we are on, we talked about it, map 3 of Lotus versus Ghost. Lotus are currently up 7-3. That's exciting because I believe this would be Lotus's first win of the season. I might be mistaken.
Okay.
No, it won't have been actually, sorry, because they beat Little Box. Yes. They beat Little Box. And they've had lots of very close series, but this will be definitely the best opponent that they have taken down. And they're a team that I think has really come out swinging and has surprised a lot of us very pleasantly. So that's amazing.
For Ghost, though.
They had a rough start to the season.
They really, really did, and it's been hard for them to get back into it. And they've even brought players over. Tilda, 7 Licious was brought over, and I don't want to.
Stolen from the analyst desk.
Emmy, great shot. Great opening shot. Found that blind. But yeah, sold from the analyst desk. She's in the U.S. now, hanging out with
Her heart was
over
always
on
in the
Ghost.
server, though, I think she said.
She definitely said that.
But an opportunity here, unfortunately unable to qualify for the LAN finals, but an opportunity to finish top 4 on the line here. Emmy missed shot, but Molly's ablaze. Tori, where can you even go? There's nowhere safe left. Burning Alive finds the one patch of dry land. And the rest of the team comes on through 2 versus 2. Bibion really needs to flush or run out here and unfortunately isn't able to do so. So Goose Breeder 1 versus 1. Actually, this time, eager to get the bomb down. Not going to delay, not dilly-dallying this time. But the AWP trained on wherever she could leave.
Knew that she had it in this round, not really giving her an easy angle, just hiding behind, waiting for her to have to walk out of market. She's playing this so slow and perfectly. So just hold back and wait for something not there. Molly out from Violet. She may get caught on an angle here as Goose has gone around arches, wrapped the site. Expertly done here for FlyQuest.
Yeah, Goose, we've got to highlight the ability to manipulate the timings at the end there to reposition off of sight. Because she's pinned down behind that pillar, right? She's got the bomb down, she's pinned down behind that pillar. She manages to find pretty much the 1 second where she's able to just slip past and get back towards catwalk, right? Back towards short. And completely catches unaware Violet. So lovely stuff. Mads wants to take mid control. In fact, the whole team wants a piece of mid this round, and they will get it for free, but it's left Gadfly alone on this A side, and I think they've realized that. Backtrack, guys, backtrack quickly.
I mean, with that, got a lot of information about FlyQuest and their whereabouts. There's only 2 places they can be, is outside A and in T apps. Violet smoked off. The op had to fall back, but Gadfly's in a great spot here. Lunari's able to find one, traded out. Oh, this Molly damage. FlyQuest, we've spoken about it before, but their utility usage is absolutely incredible. Forces Mads and Tori just to take not an approach that gets very aggressive. Emmy's going to be holding this angle. A little bit of a missed shot, a leg onto her. And still wanting to fight this. Tori gets a kill on the other side, kind of separating this, but Tori's down for the count. Emmy's off is so active.
Mads, last left alive again, and the issue is she's the clutch queen, but just too much to ask of any one individual. And it's unfortunate. Mads a powerhouse in the late rounds, but has just not been given a hand to actually play with him.
Unfortunate here for Nocturnal, just how good they were looking over on Train has not really moved on over to Mirage, at least not quite yet. Still, it is still the first half affinity.
I mean, somehow it's still the first half, and also we're getting to the end of the first half already. This map has been... Tonally, it has been so odd, but it's been pacey, it's been fast, and FlyQuest has just been dictating every single step of the way. I like the aggression out of A. They're trying to play the information game here, but the issue is, with all of the information, they've got to formulate a plan off the back of it.
So much utility here on FlyQuest, not that much on Nocturnal, especially those on the site here. Just a couple of smokes, a couple of flashes, and there's a lot of mollies, lots of nades that FlyQuest can do to disrupt this. Emmy trying to get an opener here. Not going to throw the molly on the back. Mads could have an opening here. They're not going to check her. Not quite yet. She's able to take care of one, and Gadfly's helping out for another. BB Marie, though, they are online. They're on the server. They're spamming through as soon as it comes down to it. A 2v2, a 2v1. Violet on the back lurk. She can disrupt this all if she just finds a head. They're not even looking towards her. Gonna wait. Oh, just in time. BB's able to swing around 180. A clutch from her.
Yeah,
Would've
you
been
can
incredible.
you can see a little moment of frustration there as well with the trigger discipline. Like, if I'd been, half a second earlier, a split second earlier, would I have been able to get both? We're looking at Formula 1 levels of reaction there from Bibian. And
Yes.
that's what we've come to expect of her. That's what we've come to know of her. And if she's any less mechanically gifted, she's got any slower of a reaction time, that is an immediate transfer. But she's so quick on it. And there's nothing we can really do in that situation. I don't think the flick over could have been any quicker. And it is what it is. It is unfortunate. But 10-1...
Sometimes that's just how it be.
It do be like that sometimes. Bibian's already down. Goose Breeder's already a ninja. And what can you do? They've already swarmed. They've already overwhelmed.
My gosh. It's just so good here from FlyQuest. We're really seeing them in their form. At least Tori's able to get a little bit of a consolation prize, taking down Bibian over in Ticket, but her location is known. Goose Breeder right around the corner, just holding for it. Swing out, so perfect. All down to Gadfly. A little bit of some long-range flights, a flash in. She's able to find one, but Emmy finds the last laugh here. 11-1 half. We'll be right back in just a little bit.
you're falling. Do you recognize that feeling? The demons under your ceiling, when everything hurts and nothing is healing. Yeah, I don't even wanna be awake, cause every second that I live is like a wasting. Can you help me start a replace all the memories that stand in my ways? You know what I really hate the most? posters. That happens to me is like a ghost, it's so far away. Oh, I wanna be okay. Tell me why should I stay away? If only dreaming can erase the pain. Tell me why should I waste another minute?
Welcome back, one and all. Backs against the wall here for Nocturnal. Their last chance to try and qualify to Stockholm all rests on this pistol round.
Already flooding the site. Goosebeater able to catch Lunari, and oh, they're all here in jungle. Mad's able to get the trade, but they're just gonna fall back, go back into sight, go through CT. They have a flash to help them, a nade and a smoke. They are stacked up on everything. Marie also has a kit. They can take their time. I like how Nocturnal have really taken the right side of sight here, have a lot of con control in a ramp. They're taking it slow, but will this be the death of them? They have to fight these long-range fights with Glocks. Mad's getting frisky with it, but look at that. The bomb's been defused, guys.
Difficult, painful way for that to end. We highlighted how important that was, but they got the bomb down, right? This feels like it's done. This feels like it's done, but you never want to say that it's over just yet. And we're going to sing the silver linings, right? We're going to find them where we can and try and do Nocturnal the justice, right? Because they got the bomb down, and that is the best they could have hoped for in a situation like that. They lose, but they've got the bomb down. They come into this with something.
It's not nothing.
It's not nothing indeed.
Not nothing at all, but taking a long time even to enter into mid. Goosebeater going to fall back from that window. No smoke thrown from Nocturnal just to keep them. Oh, that's a missed smoke, actually.
Oh, no.
And they're going to re-smoke that into go for Con. They're smoked off Cat as well. Goosebeater is so blind, but a lot of damage just going long range with this MP9. Nocturnal are in a very tricky situation. They have to fight through a lot of smokes, or at least wait for the time being. Marie able to find two. Okay, the MAC-10 singing their praises here from Violet. She's able to get onto the site here. A Molly just to hold them back for now.
Hold them back. It's wishful thinking, because now they can start to pounce. They can start to swarm and overwhelm. Violet's health bar has me a little bit worried, but I'm liking this position from Mad to maybe able to catch Vanessa. Here's the footsteps, but the initial fight, it isn't one there and then, and Vanessa just keeps toying with the angle, but there is the step up. Goose now on site. Has to do it all, switches to the A1S, taps to try bait out the player, and Shaw knows there's still Gadfly right around the corner, right underneath her nose. And there it is. They bought themselves the best possible chance with that pistol, even with a loss, and it pays off in spades. They live to fight another day.
Another day, another dollar. A little bit of some upgraded weapons here for Nocturnal. Insane here from Violet getting this double entry on, just disrupting it all, and just hard enough for Goose to not be able to clutch it up in the end. We've seen crazier things from FlyQuest, though. A pistol could not be the end for them.
We said that they've struggled to close out maps. I don't think it's 10 rounds in a row struggle to close out maps, don't get me wrong, but it's not over till it's over. I'm an adamant copium believer.
Another miss smoke. Util just not on the side here for Nocturnal, not quite yet. Tori gonna get caught in this crossfire from Emmy and Goosebreeder. Trying to go up Con. You have the space in mid, but not much you can do from here without getting a little bit active. Vanessa spots a couple players here on Cat, just a Deagle against two AKs, and they're going to be able to get a lot of information here on Bibian. She narrowly escapes here just with the Deagle. 4 health, can't find another. Now down to Marie here on this base site. We've seen crazier things on the B site with Marie with a Deagle. Have we? We have.
We have. Maybe not this crazy, not in a while, but Maybe a couple more picks would be nice, but I think they've realized last player, they've heard the shots ring out. They're just going to head A. It's not worth the risk. It's not worth the ego to try clear out this one last player. Just go and secure yourself the round because you have no contingency if something goes wrong.
Tori's out. She hears it. Maybe pick up an AK for a consolation prize. And she is able to pick it up, but now I feel like Nocturnal, they're getting hungry for it. They want to keep that out of the hands of FlyQuest. Gonna guard any exits here from B. The bomb is gonna tick down here.
Yeah, they've just got to not overcommit to this because their own economy is not in a great space. For FlyQuest, they've got so many rounds to play with. They can afford to go for some economic damage where they see fit. They can go for a little bit riskier, maybe dare we even say faux pas hunts, right? For Nocturnal, they need to think about the longevity, right? They need to make sure that their economy is good because they can't afford to have any rounds where it's like, oh, well, we're back down on Mac 10s. They need to be at full capacity because they cannot afford to falter, waver even slightly in their resolve.
Goosepeter doesn't have a gun. Goosepeter only has a knife. Okay.
I think she's realized. Yeah, there we go.
Oops.
It happens sometimes. In the heat of battle, we've all done it. Let's not pretend.
We hear a rifle already getting a lot of damage onto Tori. Nocturnal need to just play this smart. Sight execute, sight smokes. But these pistols, especially from FlyQuest, can be very intimidating. So you're going to be able to spot a couple of players, a little bit of damage, but a little bit of damage onto herself. Bibion just going to take a protective approach from this. No one's giving them anything easy. They're not getting the kills either. Okay, there we go. Gadfly and Mads able to find two. Sight's theirs, and they're just going to clear it out from here now.
Yeah, just Emmy and Goose left. This should just be business as normal.
Ooh.
Emmy does find a lovely pick there, and the smoke is going to clear. But realistically speaking, with no utility, this should be done. Violet's dealt with the first. 50% of the problem secured. And there's a lovely little backstab from Tori coming any second now. Not even needed. But it's always good to have insurance. Life lesson and CS lesson for you guys there.
We're in North America. We don't talk about insurance here.
I mean, I'm an adult legally, but I haven't looked at insurance stuff yet. So, you know, I'm a faux adult. I'm cosplaying as a grown-up. I have to worry about it eventually. But
At some point.
Nocturnal, they've got a handle on it. The issue is Emmy's got the first. She's coming to collect her debts.
Violet out that early. That is a huge killer for them. Their IGL not in the game. Gonna have to call somewhere else. Coming up from under, Goosepeter, just sharp shooting here. Able to find it with the hold on with BB on. She is there. It's all down to Gadfly. 1v4. This is for the finals. This is for FlyQuest to win it. And, oh, not gonna be it for Nocturnal. 13-4. FlyQuest find the second map, find the series win 2-0, and they find ESL Impact Season 8 finals secured.
They do. Huge congratulations to them. That is a weight off of these shoulders. I think it's a sigh of relief for a lot of people at home as well, that the legacy of attending every single LAN